Hey VC, Jack here. Welcome to Vinyl Martini. Gonna try and squeeze a little video in just before Christmas. Probably be my last one until later on next week. It's Christmas Eve here on Southern Vancouver Island. So right off the top of the bat, I want to wish a happy Christmas to number one, my family, Sid, Noemi, my granddaughter Celeste are in France. We're not together this year, but I really miss them. We'll get together soon. Be a good girl, Celeste, you little monkey. Also to my oldest son, Keel, and his wife, and his partner, Diana, sorry. They are in Kingston. Again, we are not together. It's just too tough to travel at Christmas. I want to say happy Christmas to my daughter, Sloan, and her partner, Eiler. We will see you tomorrow. Happy Christmas to my wife, who puts up with my little obsession here. Thanks for all the support. And to all my friends out there in the vinyl community, you guys are just amazing. I've been in here almost 2 years. I just can't believe it. This is, people talk about being online and trolls, etc., etc. I've just had such a positive experience. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not spiritual, I hope you have a great holiday with friends and family. If you are spiritual, all my best to you. So we are going to do some more, a couple of letters in the alphabet thread from Jakob here. Start with the letter I. And the letter I is a toughie for a lot of people. But I have been keeping my eyes open when I've been crate digging. And I came up with a few. Showed this the other day. How about Billy Idol? Rebel Yell. Band that probably not too many people know. I've shown it before. It's a band called Illusion. It's got a few people you might recognize on here. Jane Ralph is on here. That was Keith's wife. Keith was supposed to be in this band. Keith Ralph from the Yardbirds was supposed to be in this band, but he passed away before they started recording. Jim McCarty is on guitar here, and I think Jim McCarty is an old Yardbirds fan. This band is very, very similar to Renaissance in sound and in their singing style. Beautiful record, though. Illusion. Next, another English band, an English folk band. You know I love my English folk. This is the Incredible String Band, and the album is called Liquid Acrobat as Regards the Air. Lovely album. It's on Elektra. Next is another I found in my travels through Europe. It's a band called Interview. This is Snakes and Lovers. I think they did 2 records. It was 1980, man, so a little bit post-punk. Not too much of the new romantic sound, which I like. Not that I like the new. What I'm trying to say is I'm not too crazy about the new romantic sound. I like bands that do not have that new romantic sound. Okay, don't belabor that, Jack. Okay, Steve showed this the other day. I couldn't resist. This, I've just had this in my collection since the summertime. Iron Butterfly, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. 2 Eyes, title and band. From Chicago, the Ides of March. This is Common Bond. They're a lot like Chicago, the band Chicago. Horn section, funk, R&B. This does not have their most famous song, which I really like that song. The song is called Vehicle. That's a great, great song. This is an okay record. It's the only one I have. The Ides of March. And finally, this is another record that I just picked up. It's Janis Ian. I've talked about this a little bit, but I gave this a couple of listens. This is a remarkable record. It was recorded, I'm going to say 1968, but she was 15 years old when she recorded it. Great arrangements on here. It was recorded in New York City. I don't recognize any of the musicians, but they all must have been cracker New York session musicians. Some fine, fine songs on here. Of course, Society's Child, her first hit. Janis Ian. You see this one around, pick it up. You like singer-songwriters. Next, we're under the J's now. Journey's first record when they were kind of an offshoot of Santana before they became Steve Perry's band and the pop sensations that they would become. Really good record. Got Greg Rowley on here. Neil Sean and Ainley Dunbar on drums. So pretty good record. If you see this one, it's quite different from the Steve Perry stuff. How about Jefferson Airplane? Another San Francisco band, of course, a staple. This is Bark. Still got the paper bag on this record. It's in remarkable condition. I'm not going to pull the record out, but the artwork on here is really cool. Very, very typically San Francisco. One of their better records as well. Next, how about some Ricky Lee Jones? Bought this at Half Price Books for $1. This is her album, The Magazine. Ricky Lee Jones, she's a fantastic singer, fantastic writer. This is a 19, no. Again, why do they make these things so small? This is 1984. There we go, I found it. Ricky Lee Jones, The Magazine. Another Jones. This is George Jones. It's a duet album. My very special guest, who does he have on here? He's got everybody on here. Waylon Jennings, James Taylor, Emmylou Harris, Linda Ronstadt, Tammy Wynette, Willie Nelson, Johnny Paycheck, Dr. Hook, the staples on here, and most important, he does a duet with Elvis Costello, which is why I bought this record. I am a George Jones fan, but as soon as I saw this duet that he did with Elvis Costello, he does a banger of Stranger in the House. Elvis Costello gives a fantastic rendition of that song, along with George. So, George Jones. How about David Johansen, former lead singer of the New York Dolls. This is his first record. It might be his second record. It's on Blue Sky. Year is 1978. And this is his solo career before he changed his name to Poindexter something, Dr. Poindexter. He sort of kind of took on a persona of somebody else. Pretty good record, kind of soulful, a little bit of R&B in here. Yeah, the Poindexter records, I didn't have any time for those, but pretty good record here. And last but not least, one of my favorite post-punk bands, Japan, David Sylvian, I'm a big fan. This is Obscure Alternatives. Great record. Highly recommend you picking this up if you see it out in the bins. Not hard to find, pretty cheap as well. Last but not least, I have some VCLT. Let me get my MacGyver out here. This is from my buddy Mike. Mike, totally unnecessary to send me this. I know it's from Mike because he sent me a note that to warn me that I should expect something. Mike, we are going to meet up sometime in the next year or so. Either you're going to come out to Vancouver and see your buddy Rene, or I'm going to come down and see you when you are in California, visiting Caroline at school, or I am going to come out maybe for your garden party in July. But it's going to happen, I guarantee it. Sorry, folks. Maybe I should have done this before, but just bear with me. Always well packaged by Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. Very kind of you. Whoa. There we go. Lovely note. Thank you so much. Hi Jack, I already have this Lindisfarne LP, but saw it for a decent price. It's in what I would say very excellent condition. I know I've said it before, but wanted to extend an invite to you and your wife to stop by sometime. If you ever find yourself in the Boston area, there's always beer and cheesecake. Thank you so much, Mike. Lovely note. Fantastic. I do not have this Lindisfarne album. It is a double. Oh my goodness. This is so fantastic. It's called Magic in the Air. Mike, I am going to play this today. It's a live album. Thank you so much for your generosity and your friendship. So that's about it. I am going to see you next week. I'm going to Vancouver for a few days to visit with my daughter, like I said. All the best to everybody, and see you soon. Cheers.